This is exactly how you can release your new music in 2024 and beyond, essentially for free. So let's jump in. So to start, we have to look at distribution. How are you going to get your music to the platforms where the people are going to hear it? We're talking about Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, everything else under the sun, Amazon Music, all that good stuff. And we need to use a DSP or a digital service provider such as DistroKid, Amuse. There's a bunch of other ones, right? I think Amuse might still have a free tier, so definitely check it out. But I always recommend DistroKid. If you go to distrodiscount.com, you get all the information and the biggest discount anywhere available online over at distrodiscount.com. But I digress. We're looking at this DSP, this digital service provider, to take our music and then spread it out to where it needs to be. That's the first step. That's marketing, right? We have a song that we worked on in the studio. It's a single, it's an album, it's an EP. It's ready to release to the world. And we have to take it to the market, or marketing, right? We're always talking about marketing. Taking something to market is marketing. So if you're taking notes, write that down because it's easy to forget about that. All right, so once your music is out to the world, or at least scheduled to go live to the world, we need to promote it. We need to get in front of people. I'm not talking ads. I'm talking about putting in a little bit of legwork on social media. And I know some of you guys are like,
content creation, it's not what I signed up for.
It's exactly what you signed up for. You are a musician. You are a creative. You need to get in front of the people. We don't have the opportunity to hop in a bus and go radio station to radio station, smoky bar, cafe, all these, like, back in the day, all of these legends used to have to do that. We don't have the ability really to do that in 2024. We are in a pool of a lot of musicians, a lot of music, a lot of creatives. We have to carve our own path. So what do? We look at Instagram, we look at TikTok, we even look at platforms such as Facebook or Facebook Reels. We might look at LinkedIn or Pinterest. There's a lot of different options, X/Twitter. You guys got to go out there and do what you feel is right, but YouTube, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later, would be another great avenue. Here's the thing. You have music. Now it's available to the market, or soon to be available to the market. But what is going to connect the audience to us? It's that personal brand. It's you. It's your personality. It's what makes you tick that's different and unique, that's going to be able to connect with somebody. Labels don't sign songs. They don't sign artists. They sign audiences. That's been for the last few years, at least, a very true statement. We have to look at how we can differentiate you from everybody else, bring your genuine, authentic self to the market, and connect with the people that are going to actually get it, right? We're not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. You guys are not for everybody, but we're for our people. And hopefully, if you're watching this right now, you're my people. So make sure to click that little subscribe button if you haven't yet. But here's the thing. We have to put our best foot forward, optimize who we are, just like doing your hair, wearing something nice, figuring out camera settings. And the more you do it, your repetition builds your reputation. I'm always saying that. So we have to look at these social media platforms as a tool that we can use, something that works for us, not against us. So one more thing I have to talk about when it comes to social media posting and content and all that good stuff. Obviously, consistency matters. Obviously, putting in the work, doing it over and over so you can test and see what works matters. But you have to think to yourself, is this going to be something that somebody shares with a friend? Is this going to be something that people save? Is this going to be something that invokes an emotion to where they're going to comment or like at the very least? Because I think a lot of times we're putting out content just to put out content. Because everybody, all the social media gurus are just like, be consistent, post 12 times. Like I said, that's not the case. We talk about this in workshops all the time within Musician Hub, which is my private community. I'll have a link in the description box below. Come join us. We have workshops and live Q&As, and there's a whole lot of like goodies over in there, right? So what we do though is we have to understand our voice. We have to understand how our words impact our audience, how the visuals impact our audience, how you mix this recipe up together to have good pacing, engaging content that stops the scroll and brings people in to a whole nother level, which brings me to my next point pretty well, and that's email marketing. There are a ton of big artists that have massive email lists. There are a ton of big artists that don't know anything about email marketing that could be even bigger, right? Somebody that's making $100,000 a year with their music might be like, I'm doing pretty well. But imagine if you're making $500,000 because you owned your audience and you could contact them with everything that you're releasing at a whim, right? We don't own our audience on Instagram. We don't own our audience on TikTok. We don't own our audience even here on YouTube. I can't just email you guys because you watch my videos. They don't give me access to that. So if you use a tool such as MailChimp, I love MailChimp. There's a few others. Let me know in the comments below which one you use if you're already doing this. we can build a landing page very easily. MailChimp actually has a free account. I don't have any affiliate thing. Just go to MailChimp.com. I'll have a link in the description box below. Build a landing page. Build some type of offer where when somebody signs up for an email, they get newsletters from you. They get updates. They get behind the scenes. They can leave feedback. They can be part of your journey in a way that is special and in a way that really connects them with you. You could set up autoresponders and email sequences. And if you guys want me to do a complete kind of like starter, beginner, intermediate breakdown of what email marketing looks like for artists or even creative entrepreneurs, let me know in the comments as well. I'd love to do that if you guys want that. Email marketing is something that is slept on. Email marketing is what's going to give you sustainability because, like I said, you don't own your audience over on all these platforms. If you have 1 million followers on TikTok and they shut down your account, if you get banned for a community violation and you're not able to appeal it, you're stuck. You worked all this way to have all these people and all this attention just to be held back. If they were on your email list, you're golden. You can email them about anything you got going on, new merch drops, ticket sales, songs coming out, and so much more. So don't sleep on email marketing. Let's jump to the next thing. Now, as I just mentioned a couple seconds ago, YouTube, second largest search engine in the world. That's where people ingest content in a whole different way, in a whole more meaningful way. I always say that YouTube is like a full meal that your mom makes. It's delicious, it's nutritious, it's satiating. And then social media content, the Reels and the TikToks and the Facebook stuff, like it's all just snack food. It's all just out of a vending machine. People will scroll mindlessly for 2 hours and not be able to remember one TikTok that they just watched because their brain is just in a vegetative state. YouTube's a little bit different. Now, as an artist, Adam, what kind of content do I make? Well, put your music videos out there, lyric videos, but I really highly recommend you guys at least dabbling, try it, to do a vlog style video series. Show people what the process looks like. Show people when you're happy, frustrated, exhausted. Show people the inner workings, almost like a little documentary, a little reality show per se. Doesn't have to be fancy. In fact, I really think we're heading back into a trend of a little bit more amateur style videos working very, very well. So don't think that you have to have crazy fancy gear. Use your cell phone. I mean, I literally have an iPhone 6 over here, which when it came out, people were like, oh my God, it's amazing. And it would still work today. So we have to look at what we can use right now. You know what I always say, use what you have till what you have pays for what you want. And it's so true. But when it comes to YouTube, how can we optimize, right? So consistency matters. Again, channel design can definitely help as far as having a banner and everything. But if you're just getting started, just try to get on a consistent schedule, even if it's once a month, because that's going to build your follow through muscle. That's going to keep you, I was going to say acclimated, but keep you accountable to what you're doing. Thumbnail design matters. Doesn't matter if it's your first video, you can upload a custom thumbnail. The title matters. If the title's just like gibberish, like it doesn't really make sense, it's not intriguing, think about how we ingest or how we view, how we receive Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Apple TV, Disney Plus. The thumbnail, the little title in the thumbnail is what gets us going. And then we click on it and it shows a little preview. It gives you a little description of what's going on. So we have a thumbnail, we have a video description, and then we have things, or a video title, and then things like the description, things like tags, and doing all the different things that we should be doing. Again, if you guys want me to do a full rundown on how to upload or how to build a YouTube channel as a musician, let me know in the comments below and we can make this a fun little series. But YouTube is absolutely more evergreen than the content that we post to Instagram and TikTok. And the great thing about it is that when something works on Instagram, when something works on TikTok, when something works on Twitter, it's a very good indication that a longer form video on YouTube could perform very well. So don't sleep on YouTube, people. YouTube can change your life. I can't do a video on releasing new music to the world for essentially free without talking about the power of collaboration. If your producer, if your engineer, if somebody that's featured on your song is doing the same thing you're doing, then let's collaborate. Let's show the process. Let's share it on their stuff, share their stuff on your stuff, and make it a collaborative environment. I think so many times we get locked into a home studio such as this, and we're working on music over and over, and we're just like in our own little world. And then we take our little world and we're trying to bring it out to the rest of the world, which is kind of big and scary and intimidating sometimes. But when we're working with other people, even people that just support what you're doing collaborations is so important, and it can be a lot of fun. So your engineer, your producer, if you're doing everything under the sun yourself and you don't have any features, that's totally fine too. Because if you're in this space, most likely you have other artist friends, you have friends and family, you have other people in other spaces that love what you're doing. And collaborations can look like an actual video together. It can be them sharing your stuff intentionally to their audience. Maybe they have a big email list and they can send it out as an announcement. Maybe you can go to one of these collaboration pages as far as like a curated, like, for example, new hip hop or new country music, hot new country, whatever. There's pages on all these different platforms that like to share up and coming artists. So maybe you can look at what the process looks like where you can reach out to them and get dialed in to do a collaboration. I think that all the stuff that we're talking about today kind of feels empty without people enjoying it. So collaboration is a great way to hype up the energy, keep you accountable, and share all of your greatness with the world in a more collaborative way. I guess we'll leave it at that. Now this last one, coming closer. No, closer. Live streaming. I know, it's scary, but it's something that's going to be a make or break for a lot of people. I have a student right now named Mia. She's a harpist from Switzerland, beautiful country. And she's killing it on Twitch. In fact, she was just invited to do TwitchCon and perform there and meet a bunch of people that vibe with her. Twitch and YouTube, as far as live streaming, have become powerhouses in ways that you can build your confidence. You can start from square one, start from ground level, and bring people in and experience a different type of community than any pre-recorded content could ever give you. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but if you look at TikTok, if you look at Instagram, if you look at Facebook, all platforms that give you the ability to live stream. And why is that? It's because it works. Because it connects with an audience in a very, very real, authentic, candid, hashtag video indigestion. That's been a first in a long time down in the comments below. Live streaming is scary. I don't live stream as much as I probably should. You guys probably don't live stream as much as you should either. But you look at people like T-Pain, you look at people like, there's countless creators that are absolutely killing it on Twitch and on YouTube. And this is a way for people to come hang out with you. So where your stuff doesn't have to be over curated, over polished, over edited, everything perfect, the lighting and the audio. Obviously you want it to be as as pretty as you possibly can, but at the same time, this is ways for you to live chat with people. They stumble upon what you're doing and you connect in a very real way that strips away all of the bullshit, strips away all of the pre-planning and highly manicured content, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, but I highly recommend, I challenge you guys to check out the live streaming. If you guys want me to bring Mia and a few of other my students who are absolutely crushing it on live streaming, let me know in the comments below. I know I'm asking you for a lot of different comments, but I want to know what you guys want because I want to bring as much value to you as possible. We're looking at how to release new music in 2024. We started with distribution. Then we went over to social media marketing. Then we went to email marketing. Then we shifted over to YouTube strategy. Then we shifted over to collaboration. Now we're in live streaming. And now we have to look at how the whole system works together. We're trying to attract people. We're trying to retain people. Then we're trying to convert people as far as making an actual career, converting their attention, converting their dollars, converting our hobby to an actual business. This is how we do it. And I want to know which one you're struggling with the most right now in the comments below. I actually have a cheat sheet available to you guys for free over on Musician Hub. I'll have a link in the description box below. You can click, go get it and use it. It's a check sheet for something that you can do right now and get started immediately. Hopefully this video has been helpful. This one will be definitely helpful on top of this one, so I highly recommend watching that one. Click the little subscribe button. If you haven't yet, join the channel family, smash the bell, and do everything else that we do here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.